I have this large cuckoo clock surround to restore. This piece is broken off. It's been glued on before, probably more than once by the look of it. So I'm not getting a very good contact there, even though I cleaned the glue off. This bit here, the best way to tackle that is to cut that out square, let in another piece of lime and chop a mortise out there so that fits in nice and neatly and lines up here. But before I glue it, I'll just level these off with a chisel, glue that top piece in, and then just slip a piece of lime in there and then recarve the bits that are hanging over the edge. There's always awkward things to grip. Too much pressure on, you'll crack it. But a bit of water helps it grip. Just squeeze that glue out as tight as I can. I don't really want to put a clamp on it. That should do. Let that dry. Trim it up tomorrow. So I'm going to chop that 1/8 of an inch off the back. Now I need to chop out the socket here to take that. I've taken some off the back so I don't have to go all the way down, just so it's not visible from behind. I want to make this repair as invisible as possible, but this still has to line up here. So I haven't taken any off that bit yet, so I know if that's touching in the right place, then I know it's correct. And once I'm happy with that, I'll start skimming these two sides. It's a bit of an awkward thing to hold. I've drawn the vise out as far as it'll go to support the end of it, and I'm using a hold fast to put a bit of pressure on there to grip it whilst I chop that out. Still needs a little bit more taking off, but it's close. That's a good fit. So I'll just trim these ends here. Looking about 1/8 of an inch. So I'm gluing this top one in first, and then I'll pull that one in later when this is dry. So I've got that fixed on there, nice and secure. So I just need to get this to fit better. A little bit wide at this end still. I've actually taken too much off that one. It's still loose and I'm right at the end now, so I had to cut another one, which that's okay. It's touching all over both sides, so that's just need to mark out the bit I'm going to keep. So basically that. Just rough it up with a bit of sandpaper, get a better bond. So that's held on pretty solid now. All I need to do is trim the excess off for these two pieces. Some people just glue them back and stick a couple of nails in. Well, nails will work loose and they'll fall off fairly soon, so it's not a very good way of doing it. If you're going to go down that route, I drill a hole and put what you call a tree nail in, which is a very small dowel. The smallest doweling I can get is 3mm. So I use, if I do put these little tree nails in, I'll use 2mm. So I have a steel plate with a 2mm hole drilled in it, whittle down a bit of wood, drive it through and use that. But I prefer to do it this way. You don't want to start drilling holes in it because they are noticeable, and this is probably the better way of doing it. It's just a bit fiddly. I'm just flattening off the back first so I can sit it on the bench. Some of this away as well at the back. It's always difficult when you can't fix the thing down properly. Just start building up a little bit of colour. The back of it looks okay. No obvious signs of work being done, so that looks good. And the front, not too bad. It's difficult to get that colour. A couple of different pigments mixed with a polish. It's close enough. Doesn't draw your eye to it, which is all that counts.